Welcome to Kickstarter Conniption. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
And we're happy to be part of the Tantrum House family. Today, we're looking at Hoard. It's a set collection game for 2 to 4 players, and it's on Kickstarter in May.
In Hoard, players are treasure seekers that are trying to steal from a dragon's hoard before the dragon wakes up. Just kind of think of that scene from The Hobbit when Bilbo Baggins is in Smaug's lair and he's surrounded by the gems and the gold in the goblets.
If it reminds you of The Hobbit, there's a good reason. It was designed and illustrated by members of Weta Digital, the digital effects company that worked on The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies.
The game consists mainly of cards. There are 5 different types of treasures: treasured chest, cards that are wild, attack and defense cards, and cards that influence the dragon, either try to wake him up or put him back to sleep.
You set up the game by putting out the 3 pieces of the dragon on the sleeping side. Then randomly place face-down treasures around the dragon. Each player will have a standee that can move around the treasures based on a die roll.
The goal of the game is to collect more treasure, or certain card combinations that give you points, than the other players. Now, to secure your treasure and to be able to count it, you have to have a set of at least 3 that match. And unfortunately, at the end of the round, if you have cards still left in your hand, unsecured treasure, they're worth negative points.
You can find the complete rules and gameplay explanation on the Kickstarter page. This game has elements of set collection and memory. Do I remember where that diamond was and press my luck to try and get it? Or do I maybe press my luck too far and the dragon wakes up and then I have all these incomplete sets that drag my score down?
Yeah, the attack cards in the game are also an interesting element. I could use them to maybe steal a card from another player. Or I could actually give one of my cards to someone else. Maybe a card I think I'm going to get stuck with that's going to cost me negative points. And interestingly, getting rid of all the cards in your hand is one of the ways that you can trigger the end of the round. So I could use those attack cards to either make the round go quicker or to give people cards to make it go slower.
I like the dragon cards. If you're trying to wake the dragon, you can basically force other players to use their turn to play shh dragon soothing cards. There's a surprising amount of strategy of when you trigger the end of the round. The person with the most points gets a 2-point token, and the second most gets a 1-point token.
The first player to 5 points wins. So it's not actually about getting tons of treasure and points in a single round. It's more about having more treasure in relation to your other players. So you really need to keep track of what other people are doing. And if you're not winning that round, you need to keep track of those end of the round triggers, which are someone running out of cards in their hand, the dragon waking up, or the draw pile running out.
I really like how the dragon is in the middle of the game and the treasure is surrounding it. The artwork of the dragon is very cool, and I really enjoy picking up those jewels and collecting the treasure and the gold.
I really enjoyed this game. It's a light game, a quick game, but it is fun. There is some luck and randomness with the die rolls and which card you draw. But there's also strategy to which actions you take, especially if you're going to play those attack cards or dragon cards.
I would definitely recommend backing this on Kickstarter, and it's totally worth the price. I think it's only about $25 US, even including shipping. And so go check out Hoard on Kickstarter.